Hello, my name is Megan McWilliams, and I'm here to talk to you about using destructive and constructive tools to effect change in order to enhance regional stability. I grew up on a small farm in Arkansas where I could vividly remember having to do morning chores like shoveling up the horse stalls, collecting the chicken eggs before going off to school. I never thought that one day I would be a weapons officer on board an Arleigh Burke-class guided missile destroyer. As a weapons officer, I have the captain's trust and confidence to employ tactical weapons and defend the ship against all enemies. Warships are deployed across the world to enhance global stability by enforcing maritime security, conducting deterrence operations, which is convincing potential enemies from conducting acts of aggression, and projecting power ashore through striking strategic targets hundreds of miles away. This map shows that there are dozens of countries across the world experiencing ongoing conflict within its borders. In some of these countries, warships are exercising power projection. In the past, destroyers have launched Tomahawk missiles to destroy targets in several of these regions. The destruction of these strategic targets, for example a terrorist cell, aims to destroy the destabilizing entities within the region to ultimately bring about stability and peace. As a weapons officer, I had the capability to launch these weapons with the turn of a key. By the simple turn of a key, I could unleash a destructive tool to effect change in order to enhance regional stability. But is there another way to enhance regional stability without using destructive powers? Instead of tearing something down, could the military use their powers in a more constructive manner? And if so, what would it be? I realized the most effective constructive tool a few years ago in Vietnam. A friend and I took a short vacation to the northern part of Vietnam. We visited the frantic, bustling city of Hanoi. We were in awe of the emerald waters and towering limestone islands in Halong Bay. But the most memorable experience for me was located in the extreme northeastern province of Lao Chai. It was one of the most beautiful, peaceful places I've ever been to, with the views of mountains, waterfalls, and rolling hillsides tiered with rice fields. Tourism has built up the remote province, and local tribe members make their living from the tourism industry. During our stay, we took a trek with a smart, multilingual young woman named Lynn. Lynn took us on a 3-hour hike, exposed us to the local culture, the food, and her general way of life, and that of the local community. As the day went on, I learned that the struggles that she endures. She struggles because she is a single mother trying to provide for her and her daughter. She struggles because she and the company she works for sometimes is unreliable, failing to pay her on time. Payments are often 2 weeks late. If she complains, she might be out of a job. They could easily replace her with anyone else. So she patiently waited every time for her paycheck. Lynn's dream, though, was to one day own her own tourism company. She said she could not set up her company because she didn't know how to create a website. But that was not the real problem. The real problem was Lynn did not know how to read or write. Due to her inability to read or write, her dream was unachievable. School was not an opportunity for her growing up. Her chores were a little more demanding than my morning chores. They were chores that took all day, all week long. Her family was poor, and working to feed the family was a higher priority than gaining an education. Now in her mid-20s, she understands the importance of education and literacy. Her success is limited because she's illiterate. This is when I realized the power of literacy. This picture shows that the adult literacy rate around the world, the global average is 84%. As you can see in the regions of Southwest Asia, the Arab states, and Sub-Saharan Africa, they fall well below the global average. You'll notice on this map it's strikingly similar to the ongoing conflict that you previously saw. This is not a coincidence. Countries and regions with low literacy rates are those same countries and regions in conflict. Countries with low levels of literacy are vulnerable to conflict. Literacy is a constructive tool that affects change and can enhance regional stability from the grassroots up. Literacy is a critical foundation for every child. It is a foothold for further educational opportunities. But that's not all. Literacy goes beyond one's opportunities. It affects the family, the community, and the society. Literacy allows individuals and the community to think critically about their environment, they can process information for themselves without being told what to believe or what to think. Education is a fundamental right, one that should be free, compulsory, and afforded to everyone. By protecting this human right, gender equality is protected. Literacy also improves the economy. An individual's ability to read and write affects the ability to obtain employment. Employment brings about economic stability. Better economies help societies thrive. So why should you care? Instead of using destructive ways to create change, we should focus on constructive ways. We should focus on empowering individuals, provide them with the tool for success in society and the means for achieving stability, instead of waiting for conflict to consume the country to the point of instability, which will then require destructive tools to effect change. Literacy empowers individuals. Empowered individuals unlock the true potential for developing societies. In closing, I would like to leave you with this quote from Kofi Annan, the former Secretary General of the United Nations. Literacy is a bridge from misery to hope. It is a tool for daily life in a modern society. It is a bulwark against poverty and a building block for development. For everyone, everywhere, literacy is a basic human right. Literacy is the road for human progress and to the means through which every man, woman, and child can realize his full potential. Thank you.